Hello dear viewers, this is me Adil, student of Star English Language Academy. Welcome to my presentation as well as this academy. Today I will teach you, I will present and I will explore the simple present tense. So let's get started. First of all, I want to clarify the ambiguity, the misconception and the contradiction among the three names of the sets tense. You know, commonly people use three names for this tense, like simple present tense, present simple tense, and the last one is present indefinite tense. So let's discuss briefly about this. The first one, simple present tense. So simple present tense is most commonly and most widely used name, and it is appreciated. More than 50% English speaker, they use simple present tense name. The second one is present simple tense. So more than 30% English speaker, they use present simple tense, and present simple tense just emphasize the regularity of an action. The third one is present indefinite tense. So present indefinite tense is less commonly used name, and it just highlight and emphasize the tenses which are independent from the time. So it was all about the clarification of the three names. And so after that, in this lecture I will teach you about the simple present tense, that when to use simple present tense, how to use simple present tense, and the last one, which is the most important, that how we will form the simple present tense. Remember, this is the integral part of this tense, or we can say it is an essential part of the tense, that what will be the formation of simple present tense. Here I am adding one more thing, that simple present tense is most important for the native, for the beginner, as well as for the intermediate. So if someone want to talk, or someone want to chat or communicate or speak English, so they have soft command on simple present tense, because simple present tense is commonly used by the people. And so let's get started. The simple present tense, that what is simple present tense. First we will highlight the definition, that what will be the definition of simple present tense, when we will use, how we will use. So look at that definition. Simple present tense shows us our daily action, or everyday action, or habitual action, permanent action, and those action which happen all the time. And here you can see I wrote this formula, and it is a strange formula for you. You know, this formula is applicable for all the 12 tenses, and this formula I will apply just for the simple present tense. And you can see the first one which I wrote is identity. So how we will identify this, it is simple present tense or other tense. So in Urdu we can say that वो फ़िक्रा जिसके आखिर में ता है, ती है, ते है वगैरह आ जाए. So we will use simple present tense for that. If a sentence ends in ता है, ती है वगैरह, for example we say if a sentence ends with ता है, ती है, etc. So we will use simple present tense. So it is the identity of simple present tense. The second one is helping verb. So remember, we use helping verb in the affirmative, or we can say declarative, or we can say in the positive structure. We helping verb and affirmative structure of simple present tense. And the third one, verb. So you know, we use base form of the verb, or we can say we use first form of the verb in simple present tense. We use first form of the verb. Here we will never use helping verb, and sometimes we use, it is important. Look at here the structure. I will explain all these rules and these uses in a sequence in a very good way. For example, I will explain the uses of simple present tense. I will explain the four structure, like affirmative, declarative, positive structure, or negative, interrogative, and affirmative structure. I will also explain, and I explained that formula, and I will explain then the rule that when we will use s or es. So you know the singular. Okay, before this, I want to explain this one, subject. You know, if we are solving the positive structure, I will explain later that. You know, in subject, if the you know what is subject? Subject is the doer of an action. For example, I say I'm writing here. So you know, who is writing? I am writing. So I am the doer. So I am the subject here. If the subject is he, she, it, or singular noun, so we use s, es, or es. So you know, in singular noun we will use s, es or ies. Or in plural, we don't use something with plural and simple present tense. For example, we say we start from we, they, so we don't use we don't add s, es or other thing in plural of this tense. So look at that. Subject, if the subject is he, she, it or singular nouns, we will add s, es or es, and that depend on these rule. I will explain these rule. And when the subject is I, we, you, they are plural noun, so we never we never add s or es. So look at the rule number first. You know, most of the verbs